Hi, I'm David from Codo Conservation. I'm here at Chaluzback where we're looking to release the first of our batches of captive bred water voles.
We are going to be reintroducing some water voles to this area in August 2022. So we're asking for your help to help us fund, to manage the project, to monitor mink populations, to organise volunteer days and to do general social media outreach to help us make sure that our water vole reintroduction project is a success.
Any funds that we raise will go towards developing the project here, but also expanding it into the wider area, and we're looking to work with neighbouring landowners to create further habitat and restore areas.
Right, so when I was younger, they were in every pond that I found, and I kept looking at ponds in my area, which wasn't very big. I was lucky enough to see the end of it, and I thought they were going to be there forever when I was a kid, but I soon noticed they were disappearing, and ponds were being filled in all over my town of Camborne. I think I counted 30 ponds have been filled up in my lifetime. Years ago, just before the car came in, it was about 1900, everything was done by horse, and even into the next 30 years was still horse. And every time they went up a hill, you had to have a pond at the top because the horse would get very, very thirsty. So the horse would be allowed to drink out of the pond, but we've let them all go, and people said, well, what's that pond doing there? It's just full of rubbish and somebody's going to drown in there one day, fill it in. And that's what happened to all of our ponds. Probably 90% of our ponds have been filled in. And that's what the water vole needed. So we got to try and give something back to the water vole now and try and get it back to at least spread across England again. They're vegetarian, they're not aggressive, they won't eat your, although I say they're vegetarian, they won't eat your beans because they only eat things that are right in front of their nose. They don't climb up and eat tomatoes and beans and stuff. And they're very endearing to human beings because they've got a cute factor that they're worth having around. I think we all agree on that. The bank structure and shape should be a drop-in bank that's got nice holes for them to run into. It should be just above the water level, and some of them are actually underneath the water level. They really do live in the water. Their holes are very, very important. The potential for water voles to breed in a good spot with good vegetation, good cover, not being predated too much by other things, which will predate them. Sometimes it could be 2, 3, 4, 5 broods a year. And a brood could be how many, Dave? Roughly
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Could be 30 from one pair in 1 year, and that's the potential. Of course, other things will affect them, and hopefully the water voles will disperse naturally over to that pond and that pond and that pond, and we've got a load around here. We're quite happy with that. Some of the water voles are actually the same colour as this. Some are black, up in Scotland more than England, and most of them in England, they're very rare to see a black one. Most of them are brown, I think. The reason that mink are the problem with water voles is that they can go down the hole, because a mink is only about that diameter, and they can go down the hole and follow the water voles into the bank, and in there in the summer they've always got young ones, and they just go in and decimate the nests. Of course the mink live on that for a short while and then they go off somewhere else because it won't sustain them for the whole year. They just wipe the whole colony out and move on. In the beginning, when they first got out, they were in your dustbins, in your shed, in your chicken coop, in your duck's house. They were killing everything. Yeah, mink is a problem. You don't want mink if you've got water voles. So we should be monitoring that with our mink rafts. We just want to see their footprints to know we got them, and then we know we can't release water voles at that time.
So thanks for listening and thanks for your support. Your funds will help us ensure that this project is a success, not only at this site but also in the wider landscape. So we really appreciate your support. Take a look at the rewards below before pledging, and I'm sure there's something of interest. Thank you very much.